result, I poured myself into student government, got involved in everything that I could, just to lay the foundation for that award. And the result was, on graduation night 22 years ago, 2 dreams came true for me. 1, I graduated just as you're doing now. And 2, I got that award just like Chris did. Winning the award, that was awesome. But in hindsight, it's what I learned along the way. That's what made the biggest difference in my life. The lifelong principles that I learned. The mentorships that I gained. I didn't have to win the award to do that. And graduates, if you think about it, you too have gained lifelong principles. You too have gained some serious mentorships along the way. Didn't need to win the award for that. In the corporate world, I found that my story is unique and inspirational. I didn't think that when I left Golden West. And this year, on Saturday and Sunday mornings, as I sat and read the personal statements on those scholarship applications, I realized why I didn't think my story was that unique. It's so similar to so many of your stories, and yours in some cases deeper than mine. The concepts, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, and overcoming massive obstacles, these are like threads, and they weave amongst us, and they create a beautiful tapestry that I like to call the graduates of glorious Golden West. The toughest decision I had to make this year was to decide who would get my scholarship, and I realized how lucky I am to have a life where that's my toughest decision. I couldn't have imagined making that statement 22 years ago at this same event. I also remember sitting here and wondering, what's my life going to be like in 20 years? You may be wondering the same thing. I've lived those 20 years, and one thing I know is true, graduates. Dreaming creates meaning and excitement for our lives. Right now, you've accomplished a dream that some of you thought you could never accomplish. Yet here you sit. Now what? Tonight, it's celebrate, right? But tomorrow, dream again. Maybe even a bigger dream. Some of the most important people that we know have encouraged us to dream. Albert Einstein, for example, said, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited. Whereas imagination encompasses the entire world, stimulating progress and giving birth to evolution. Maybe you think that your dreams are silly or inadequate. Consider the words of poet Marianne Williamson, who said, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Sign language in the deaf community became my light. What's yours? What's yours? Naturally, I'd like to tell you that everything has been all roses since Golden West College. Simply not true. Along with my successes, I've made a lot of mistakes. I stopped communicating with the people here at Golden West that had fostered my growth. My network dwindled. And most importantly, I stopped growing the way that I did here on this campus. Graduates, you're not only here because of your dedication and sacrifice. You're here because of the support from other people. The tough love, the compassion, the patience, the understanding from the Golden West College instructors and staff, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your family, your friends. You'll be wise not only to thank them tonight, but continue nurturing those relationships. I know, because I didn't nurture those relationships that launched me into the training career that I loved so much. A new opportunity came up, a 20% pay raise, a chance to run the show, a solid contract. My gut told me not to take it, but I didn't listen, and I paid dearly for it. As a result, the new prestigious job, it's the only one I've ever had where I had to take Prozac to get through the day. It's true. I I quit a year later, got divorced, lost my house. My credit score plunged to a 305. Can't get much lower than that, but I did. I was sleeping on Mom's couch. After all my success here at Golden West, how could I let this happen? The dream of ever being on the Alumni Pillar of Achievement, that was gone. Once again, I was feeling inadequate. But as the proverb reminds us, our darkest hour is just before the dawn. It felt like I was entering the darkness, but the principles that I had learned here on this campus, they hadn't abandoned me. I realized I've done it before. I learned how to succeed here on this campus. Or graduates, should I say, we have done it before. We have learned how to succeed on this campus. So I let my light shine. I got started, took a job delivering uniforms, didn't pay the bills, so I delivered pizzas as well. Within a year, I was back in front of the classroom, training, doing what I love. But this time, I was traveling. I've been to all 50 states, trained in 44 of them. I started reconnecting with the people here at Golden West that had fostered my development. I started talking to friends that I hadn't talked to in years. I met and married a very beautiful, loving woman. My current job, incredible company, incredible boss, great coworkers. When I'm not traveling or in front of the classroom, I office out of the house. I live in Southern California and I have no commute. It is nice. Graduates, I'm happy to report to you that in this lab assignment that I've had called life over the last 22 years, that when I follow the principles that we have learned here on this campus, the dreams just keep coming true. December 31st, 2013, Bachelor of Science degree, Cal State Dominguez Hills. Last year, I was not only nominated, but awarded the Alumni Pillar of Achievement Award. And thank you. Right now, perhaps the biggest dream is coming true. I dream that because of my existence here on earth, that thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people will be motivated to the point where they act in a way that's positive for them. Take action. I can't accomplish this dream alone. And I guess it's fitting that my first big leap into that arena is happening right here on this campus, right in front of your eyes. There are people with much bigger dreams, though. Martin Luther King Jr., he had a dream, and his was so powerful that 50 years after his death, the dream is still unfolding today. Is that you? Are you willing to let yourself dream like Martin Luther King Jr.? I have bigger dreams. International motivational speaker, continue to give scholarships here at Golden West. And perhaps most importantly, because of my existence, one day, I believe there will be a group home for the deaf. And there's a moral in that story, graduates. It is from our greatest tragedies that we can realize our most glorious triumphs. If you're not sure where to start dreaming, there's a place. Start with your greatest tragedy, knowing that your darkest hour is just before the dawn. Your greatest fear is that you are powerful beyond measure. And when you get in the thick of the action and you're just not sure, can I do it? Deep down inside, you'll know, yes, I can. How will you know? Because you just did. Graduates, let that fear flow. Let your light shine. Get out there. Show the world what the Golden West College class of 2016 can do. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. I've always tried to choose a speaker that went here or went to a community college just to remind all of us where this journey can take you. Thanks, Steve. One more hand. Next, I would like to